There's two things that are happening. A lot of times when I would say, oh, I'm the richest black man, it would be a defense that I would use for the mental health conversation. To say, oh, you guys say I'm crazy, but look at this, I made money.
Yo, what's good? This Bang Too Real. I'm here to give you a review on Kanye West's last interview. I'm gonna break down everything that this man said, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it. I'm watching it in real time. I'm recording it in real time. I'm watching it in real time. It may not be live, but you are getting my initial reactions to this video. First off, to break down this one.
There's two things that are happening. A lot of times when I would say, oh, I'm the richest black man, it would be a defense that I would use for the mental health conversation. To say, oh, you guys say I'm crazy, but look at this, I made money.
All right, let's be real. Ye was using the media to his advantage. He was using the media to spread his word, to stay on people's mind. Fame is what really got to him. It really got to his ego, him making all this money. And to be real, money is just money. Anybody can make money. You can be the weakest hearted, the weakest minded person. You can be physically weak. You can be an abuser. You can be a cheater. You can be a murderer, a child molester. You can be any type of criminal. You can be a drug dealer. Money don't discriminate. Money don't care who you are, what you look like, how big, small you are, your health issues, nothing. Money only cares about one thing: can you attract it? And that's it. I don't really know if I'm fully with him on that, because he has said this and he has publicly admitted to saying this, even in text messages when he's talking to his people outside of the camera.
But that is not godlike to be showing off. So if it's not godlike, then God will take that, because it's all the church's money, right? So
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be all the way real. It's not the church's money. That wasn't the church's money. It was Adidas money. It was everybody money that pulled it from them. I'm gonna be real. This ain't got nothing to do with God. This ain't got nothing to do with religion. This has everything to do with the choices that you make. Feel me? And he made certain choices, and he voiced his opinion. He voiced his heart. He voiced his mind. And this is just the results that you get. God didn't take it from him. God didn't give it to him, and God didn't take it from him. God gave him the ability and opened the doors and gave him that opportunity to make something better of himself every day, and he did. The same thing that made something of himself is the same thing that took it all away. But I still feel like it's temporary. Ye is still ye. Yeah, he might not be a billionaire, but how much money that you have, it don't define you. And to be real, that doesn't even really matter. He can still serve his purpose. He can still do the things that he feel like he need to do for himself, his family, and for the community, if he continues down that path and he start to do things differently.
What's happening right now is I'm being humbled. Another thing that's happening is, by me being burned to the flesh every single day, it's actually proving what I had to say. So when I went to the mediation, what I want to say is, like, black people are like, okay, Lex Friedman got you to apologize, Pierce Morgan got you to apologize to the Jews, but you never apologized to us about the George Floyd comment that made us feel bad. Now the thing is, okay, JFK, they got a lot of documentaries about how it happened. So we can argue about how it happened, which I like the fact that we can do that. But regardless, when I see that video as a black person, it hurts my feelings. And I know that police do attack, and America is generally racist.
One thing that I will say about it that might cause controversy, and it's not to separate people, because everybody has an opinion, and the only thing that I do is shine light on certain things. But I can't say that America is generally racist. I don't think that America is racist. Of course, racism exists. However, I think that racism is allowed to exist, and I think it's allowed to exist for a business purpose. I feel like from the middle on up in power, I should say, I feel like it's just a business move to keep black people the way that they are. From the middle on down, yeah, it might, there are some racism there. You know, there are racist people that, you know, you see the videos, you see the comments, you know, but from the people that's on the lower tier of that power, it really don't even matter. It's the higher ups. And if the higher ups that control everything, that has the power, that has the resources, and they allow the racism to continue, they allow the racism to be profitable, black destruction, and they allow black incarceration to make people money, to make people rich, to have us at a certain level so that we won't achieve greatness and we don't have greatness within our community and we don't have wealth within our community. To keep us there is actually making other people rich, it's making other people richer, and it's making people wealthy. I think that that's really the main point. I don't think the main point is that the United States is just racist and the United States just hate black people. Black people are profitable. If you have a community of people that can make a whole lot of money, billions if not trillions, I think it was trillions last time that I checked, that black people spend every year, and they're not spending it on their own community, they're spending it on other people's community. So ultimately, I think it's a business thing. Yeah, under that, some racism is probably in there. I think the same thing is respect, lack of respect, lack of understanding, just lack of care. But I think that it's most definitely a business move because there's money involved, you feel me?
And I understand that when we got to say Black Lives Matter, that the idea of it made us feel good together as a person, as a people, right? When let me say it so the soundbite is better for you guys. When the idea Black Lives Matter came out, it made us come together as a people.
I'm gonna keep it real on this one as well. I'm gonna be careful when I say this, because I want y'all to feel what I'm saying. I don't speak to go against people or to have people go against people, you know what I'm saying? It's all to bring people together, and it's all to shine light on certain things that maybe be dark. Now, he is right on that. Black Lives Matter, it brought the whole black community together. It brought people together all across the world, really. It was really a sight to see. Black people all across the United States, they all downtown, they all protesting, blocking the roads, you feel me? Got their signs, chanting, you know, they all was together for one reason. You feel me? They all came together for one reason and for one purpose, you know what I'm saying? And it was beautiful at times to see that. However, my thoughts on Black Lives Matter, my thoughts on the BLM thing is, well, it really didn't help black people at all. It really didn't. I mean, if you go to any hood, in my opinion, the hoods across the United States, it still look the same. It's no different. Black people have not gone up an extra level. We don't have a clear direction still. And yeah, we do know that Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, but Black Lives Matter. And the thing is, it has not changed. Racism is still racism. Police brutality is still police brutality. Nothing has really changed. It was a trend.
Now afterwards, yes, there was some things where the money went. There were some things where it was used in order to push us to the Democratic vote. There were people behind it involved. That happened, but the general feeling. So when I said that, and I questioned the death of George Floyd, it hurt my people. It hurt the black people. So I want to apologize to hurting them, because right now God has shown me, by what Adidas is doing and by what the media is doing, I know how it feels to have a knee on my neck now.
It's in the past. There's no disrespect, but it's in the past. So you should have left that in the past. It would have been more relevant if Kanye would have made his comment when it actually happened, around the time that it happened. It would have been more relevant. It still would have been wrong, because what he said was wrong. To say that the knee was not on his neck even after the trial, even after that it was proven that the knee on the neck actually did kill that man, and Chavez did get charged and prosecuted for killing George Floyd because of the knee on the neck. I don't think that Kanye really should have just brought that up. I mean, if that's how he feel, if he felt like there are other reasons why George Floyd passed away, if he felt like he passed away and not murdered, all right, well, you keep that up in here. You feel me? I mean, that's how you feel, that's what you think. Cool, but it's so far in the past. You just dug that back out of the grave. You know what I'm saying? And you got that whole family and George Floyd supporters reliving it now, and gotta hear about it and see about it and talk about it amongst themselves and relive that moment mentally and emotionally because you want to bring it back up. Come on, bro. It proved a pointless point, and you was proving a pointless point.
So I thank you, God, for humbling me and letting me know how it really felt. Because how could the richest black man ever be humbled other than to be made to not be a billionaire in front of everyone off of one comment that actually, if you look at the definition of DEF CON, it means to get extra defense, which obviously I must have needed.
Yeah.
I am glad that he's humble. He been needed to be humble, but I should say he needed to humble himself. I should say he needed to be humble, as in some outside forces needed to humble him, but he needed to humble himself. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It does not matter how you look. Don't matter how many women you got. Doesn't matter how many cars you got. But I'm not really happy about the money being taken from him once he reached that top level and he's a billionaire now, and he can be mentioned with the other billionaires that he should have used his fame, he should have used his resources, he should have used his connections to actually make a change and start to move in silence to achieve these certain goals that he want to achieve, instead of talking about, instead of creating controversy, you know what I'm saying, instead of just always being on the camera and just staying in the news. You know, he can really make a huge difference with his money, with his connections, and his resources and his fame. He could have used that to uplift the black community and push the black community in a certain direction, down a certain path, something that could actually be taught and passed down as like a tradition to the next generation and the next generation and the next generation, until one day a generation is born in a world where black people are where they should be, and they own the things that they are great at. They own the things that they should own, you know what I'm saying? And they have their right place in the world. He could have been just working on that, and maybe, you know, that public humiliation actually is gonna humble him and keep him at a humble place, you know what I'm saying, so he can move different. And I hope that he can surround himself with certain people now, and he isn't just always by himself. Surround yourself with people that's just as smart as you, or that's smarter than you. Surround yourself with other leaders, you feel me, that have great advice, that is a great motivator, that can inspire you, people that you can learn from, and you listen to them and you understand them. And these people, once you build that team around you, you feel me, that can make your dreams a reality, you know what I'm saying, that is what's gonna push you down that path and get you to that next level, to achieving your ultimate goal for yourself, your family, and to help the black community to achieve the goals that they need to achieve.
I must have needed that extra defense.
Are you worried you ruined your legacy, Kanye?
How?
Well,
Stop.
I don't know who that was, but I'm glad the other reporters checked him on that, because this man is trying to be positive, you feel me? He's just saying how he felt, he's saying what's on his mind, he's trying to apologize, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to talk to the people, and here you go with this negative question, try to change the vibe, try to change the mood, where this man is trying to go down a positive path. This report is trying to ruin it. This won't destroy his legacy. It won't destroy his legacy, because just like now, as soon as Kanye speaks publicly, we gonna listen. Everything that this man say, we gonna record it. Everybody gonna blog about it. Everybody's gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Ye has a gift, he has a talent, and he knows how to keep himself in people's mind and in our hearts. He knows how to keep people thinking about him and talking about him. You know what I'm saying? His legacy is definitely not destroyed. If anything, by him saying what he said and apologizing about it, it actually shows how humble he is. It shows how great he is as a man, as a king. You feel me? If anything, I feels like it takes his legacy to the next level, because now I believe that we're going to see an even better Ye, a greater Ye, you know what I'm saying, a more humble Ye. And I'm actually excited to see what this man is going to do next now, because all the theatrics is probably over with, you know, going on these interviews and just wilding out, just going crazy, and just saying any and everything that's on his mind, which everybody has a right to freedom of speech, but he just had to understand that once you get to a certain level, you got to be careful what you say, you know what I'm saying, on that camera. Not saying that to change how you feel, he should change how you feel or change how he think, but that should be separate from what he say on that camera, because camera is business, personal life is him, camera is business. So legacy on the way up.
I'm I'm not worried. I'm just not worried, period. God is alive. God runs the world. You know, God even runs Hollywood. God is alive. And he's using me right now. He chose me for such a time like this to basically for the media to put their knee on my neck, for Adidas to put their knee on my neck.
About Adidas putting their knee on his neck, I get it, but I don't agree with it. I get it, but I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna take a dump on him for what he said, but I don't think that is the same thing. The fact that George Floyd lost his life because of a knee, I don't think it's the same thing. Adidas took their money off his neck. Their money don't define you as a man. It don't define your future. It does not define the path that you on. It does not define your greatness. So Adidas took their money from you, but that money is nothing. Obviously, because if it was something, then Adidas couldn't take it away from you. You feel me? So if you was actually a billionaire, you had access to billions, but if it was actually your billions, if it was yours, nobody could take it from you.
All I ever wanted at Adidas, I left Nike because Nike wouldn't give me a percentage for my shoes, and I had the Red October, and my girlfriend at the time was pregnant, and I needed to get some money, because if I was the kid that just had the red shoes, I could have never been a black man wearing a red hat.
Right.
When like Nike would have shut me down immediately, right?
Now the whole red hat thing, I don't even know why he brought that back up. Make America great again. We back on that. What that hat represents, I felt like Ye shouldn't have never wore it, you know what I'm saying? But it did get him to where he is now. So he's making a stand. Certain things that he has done, he didn't really explain it. Make America great again. What the hell does that mean? When was America great? And why are we going back to that? You know, it was never explained. To my understanding, it was never explained. So if you can't explain to me why you're saying something or doing something, then I'm left to think and feel how I'm going to think and feel. And that's why that hat was so controversial. From the time America was taking over until now, black people, it was never great for black people. It was never great. So anytime that you go back and you say we should go back to that point, the further back you go, the worse that it is for black people. So make America great again is not good for us. Make America great, finally. Maybe that's a better slogan, and maybe that's a hat that he should have worn. But that's just my opinion, just like he got his opinion. And he wore it on his hat.
But because Adidas was a German company, it gave me a little bit more room to be able to express myself and to actually have a political opinion as an American. That I wasn't forced into a political opinion because of the color of my skin. Now let's talk about the red hat, and let's talk about the similarities to the White Lives Matter t-shirt.
This is what I am waiting on. Now I ain't heard this yet, but I'm waiting for explanation. You feel me? Because when you don't explain something, then people are left to think and feel how they gonna think and feel. So please do explain the red hat and explain the White Lives Matter.
The thing about the red hat that drove me to a point of exhaustion, which was misdiagnosed by I'm not gonna say what race, what people, doctor, and what hospital, and what media it went to. We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
It does not matter if you're Jewish. It don't matter. It does not matter if you black, white, Jewish, Jamaican, Chinese, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Christian. It does not matter who you are, community you represent, religion does not matter, your financial status does not matter. Just speak on that man. It was a doctor. Don't matter if he was a Jewish doctor. When you keep saying that, you are attacking that community. Don't matter. It could be the black community. When you say it's another black person that did something to you, then yeah, you are putting the whole entire black community behind the things that are happening to you. So to me, you just gotta stop saying the Jewish community, bro. You gotta stop saying the Jewish community because you're making it seem like the Jewish community The whole entire Jewish community, 100% of the Jews are the reason why you are going through this. And they are the ones that's controlling and messing everything up from what you are saying. It's 100% of the Jews, and that is not the truth, my brother. It's not the truth. You gotta stop saying it, especially if you know that you can't say it, because you know you're gonna get backlash. You can't say, well, I can't say it, and then you say it again. My brother, I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing because I know how I feel when you are so passionate about something. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the same way. I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And I see it in this man's face. He just cannot stop saying how he feels, what he thinks, and what he believes. You know what I'm saying? So I salute him for that, for standing up for himself and standing up for what he believes in. But you still got to move in a smarter direction.
That diagnosed me of having a disorder that would have had me on medication right now. At a time like this, if I was on medication right now, then one pill could have been swapped out and it would be Michael Jackson and Prince all over again. But because I didn't take the misdiagnosis and I didn't take the medication, I'm able to speak to you guys clear of thought and transparently. Now let me talk about the red hat. Wearing the MAGA hat, the way that Hollywood's political agenda attacked me and put me to a point of exhaustion was death by 1,000 cuts.
So these death by 1,000 cuts is happening because you're saying things without the explanation. You're saying things and you're showing that you're representing certain things with what you wear. You know, and you don't have an explanation for it. So yeah, everywhere that you go, people are gonna say something. People are really just demanding for an explanation as to why you're saying certain things that you're saying, why you're doing certain things that you're doing. Because when you wear a MAGA hat and you wear a White Lives Matter shirt and you don't explain it, then you're leaving people to believe what they're gonna believe. So you can have billions of people in this world, and there's gonna be billions of different perspectives as to one thing that you're doing, when you can just explain what it is that you're doing, why you're doing it, you know, so that we all could be on the same page. It won't be 1,000 cuts, and everybody won't agree with you. The cut's gonna be less than 1,000. You still gonna get cut. It don't matter who you are or what you say, you're gonna get cut, because that's just how people are. You got miserable people out there, you got haters out there, and that's just what it is. But the thing is, at the very least, the community that you are speaking to, that you're trying to uplift, at least that they can understand and they know what it is you're doing and why you're doing it and what you represent, and they don't have to think about what it is that you're doing and come up with their own explanation as to why you're doing it, because you're not explaining it. So you just got to take responsibility for that, my brother. You say how you feel, then people are going to say how they feel. That's how it works. You don't say anything, then people won't say anything because they don't have nothing to respond to. That's how life works.
Everyone would say something to me, from a driver to my ex-wife to Adidas. Everyone would say something. So when I wore that White Lives Matter, I said, I'm not going through this again. I'm not going. Hey, y'all gonna leave me alone about my t-shirt. Because what's the point of having influence and having money if people could come up and just pinch you?
So I didn't get the explanation. That's what I was waiting on that as I'm watching this video. I'm watching it in real time. I'm recording it in real time. I'm watching it in real time. It may not be live, but you are getting my initial reactions to this video. And bruh, I'm waiting for the explanation. You can't make a bold statement, a famous statement, a $1 billion statement, but then you do not explain what it is that you mean by it. So yeah, we all are gonna feel how we feel about it. Whether we agree or disagree, you got people that's deciphering it and saying, oh, well, he's helping. Then other people gonna say that he's not helping. That's what you're going to get. Ye has to be a better leader and a better, smarter leader. You know what I'm saying? Not that he's not being smart, but be smarter, be greater, be better. than what you've done. So this is a humbling experience for him, and he still got some ego in him, and that's good. You're gonna need some of that ego to get you back up and then get you in a further direction, get you higher up than where you've been. But like I said, man, you gotta surround yourself with people that's smarter than you. You have to surround yourself with people that's smarter than you. You gotta get that round table with people that's smarter than you in certain areas that maybe that you don't excel in, and they know things that you don't know, and they have connections and resources that you don't have, and they can help you to achieve the goals that you are trying to ultimately achieve for yourself, your personal family, and the Black community. So you need that round table of people that you respect, that you will listen to, that you understand, and when they let you know, like, bro, you can't be this way, and you be like, all right, cool, because you humble and you respect them, you know what I'm saying, and you trust them. You gotta have a team of people that you trust. And like I said, man, you gotta chill, fade in black, man, fade in black. You know, you gotta give up all this theatrics, man, of just being on social media and being in the media, period, man, saying all type of crazy things, wearing crazy things without explanations. Just fade in black, man. Every trend dies. It don't matter how big it is, it dies, and people stop talking about it, and people forget about it, and they go on to the next thing. So take a few months off. Take a few months off, you know what I'm saying, just to do yay, to continue down your humble path, you know what I'm saying, and do the things that you need to do to come back better, bigger, stronger, harder, you know what I'm saying, better, greater. You feel me? Take a few months off, and when you come back and then people see you, you know, with a group of smart and intelligent leaders with you, and when you doing these interviews, you got these people with you, and you talking different, you're on a different path, and you staying down the path, you staying on the path of results, not just talking, but you actually showing these results, and you showing how this is better for the Black community. Show these results, man. Show us the results, bro. We don't have to know everything that's on your mind and everything that's in your heart. We know you're passionate about what you believe in. Cool, we got it. We've been getting that for years, super years. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some results. You feel me? Because the Black community definitely need a direction. We can get to that rightful place in this world that we deserve. You know what I'm saying? We deserve really to be in a higher spot than we are, you know, but we gotta work towards it. We gotta act like we deserve it, and we need that direction. So if you gonna be the man with your connections, with your fame, you know, and still with your money and your ability to make billions, if you are the one to get us there, then bro, just get us there. Move in silence. Move in silence. You see that. You see where the power is at. It's in silence. Power don't have just a face. Move in silence. Like the people that you say are trying to destroy you and bring you down. Move in silence like them. We don't see them all on camera, taking interviews, wearing crazy shirts, standing for bold statements without explaining it. You know, you don't see them doing all that. They not getting interviewed. They ain't all on social media getting bashed. The people that you're talking about, they not getting bashed like you are. So, bro, take a page out they book and just do it better. Move in silence, fade in black. It is what it is. Bang, I'm just giving you the real. And it's not to separate people, it's really to bring people together and to establish an understanding. So, yay, I look forward to seeing what comes next. You feel me? Hopefully it's no more of this circle of just drama. Hopefully it's something more positive. Bang, too real, and I'm signing off. Holla.